Hello, everyone. Matthew Weiss here from The Bench and the FHS Africa, the Future Hospitality Summit Africa. This is the first podcast in the series that you might have known as the Africa Hotel Investment Forum podcast, or AHIF. We're now rebranded so that we can bring all of our portfolio of conferences in Dubai and Saudi and Africa together as one great portfolio for hotel investment discussions and the future of the industry discussions. And here I am today with Wessam Okasha, the managing director of TUI Blue, to talk to you a little bit about their expansion plans and what they're doing in Africa. Wessam, welcome.
Thank you very much, Matt, for having me here. I'm very glad to be with you today.
Well, it's lovely to see you. Good, lovely sunny day there in Dubai. But tell us a little bit for those that don't know the brand in great detail. Tell us a little bit about TUI Blue and also what's happening with the organization to sort of increase its footprint.
TUI Blue is doing actually very, very well as a core brand for the TUI group. Yeah, we have been putting a lot of efforts in the last 2 years just to increase the awareness of the brand, and to you guys as well in all these events where we are. We really indeed achieve a higher awareness around our brand, not only because of the participation on conferences, but also because we are doing a lot of noises around the market by expanding with the tour operator with our ecosystem. Last December, in fact, we have been reorganizing ourselves internally to make sure that the development team does not only the core brand and the luxury new brand. We have been now collecting all the brands under one umbrella, which is the TUI Hotels and Resorts. And once we are in any destinations, we always combine a sort of a cluster opportunities, owned and managed or only managed. To be double branded or triple branded, because especially in those destinations where the tour operator is focusing to get an inbound stream from different source markets.
So what does this now open up in the new TUI Hotels and Resorts cluster? What brands?
Well, I think you have might seen our latest announcement for Kenya. We are targeting to have in Kenya triple branded with almost 1,000 rooms in Mombasa area. And the idea is a very simple idea where the tour operator, we have already got, after the delegation visited Kenya, I think it was July last year, we got the slot for the TUI fly to come to Mombasa, which was ended over 15 years or something. So we arrive with our aircrafts now with different allotment in the city, but the long-term plan is indeed to create 1,000 rooms with almost 2,500 beds, and then frequently fly from different source markets. And that's going to be like a simple triple branded cluster where you have a huge operation center in the middle, and then you feed all the three brands, which is the TUI Blue as a core brand. Then you have the Mora as a luxury brand, and then you have the Robinson Club as the highest in terms of quality for the German-speaking markets as a club format.
So how is progress up to date, and in particular for the African market?
We have been giving now a lot and a high importance and priority for the African markets, especially in Zanzibar, for instance. As you know, we opened last year our Mora, the first Mora ever in our history and in our portfolio, and obviously, this hotel is doing fantastically, exactly the same. Even TUI Blue Bahari in Zanzibar is doing even better than ever before. So we are extending both property with some additional rooms in the Mora and in the TUI Blue Bahari. But again, the tour operator is prioritizing Zanzibar because Zanzibar is booming on all source market. So we are starting very, very shortly to create a third property, which is going to be the cluster in Zanzibar as well. As I told you, for Mombasa, it's going to be like the TUI Blue existing one, the Mora, and then adding now a Robinson Club with 245 beautiful rooms with a super beach, and that's going to be one cluster. In total, we will have like almost 700 rooms on Zanzibar, plus the 2 Rios which we have, which is almost also 850 rooms in total. So we have almost like 2,000 room plus.
How is you talked to the Mora there, and obviously it's already starting to expand, so it's doing quite well. Give us the story behind that. When did it open, and what sort of occupancies are you getting out of it?
We have the Mora. We opened the Mora last year in June officially. With the first week was 462 guests into the house, which is already a full house, and the hotel is doing really fantastic. This is a very luxurious, timeless, flexible brand. Flexible in terms of service. That's mean the guest does not have the obligation to wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning to catch something from the buffet and have a breakfast and go to the beach. He can wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning or at 6 p.m. in the afternoon and have a breakfast wherever he wants to have. Food and beverage, really very high quality, even like different services in an a la carte restaurant, and also like 24/7 room service with a butler service, and also you have very strong spa, an excellent beach. So this one is really a very nice model and start of the brand. So we signed a couple of more. We are expecting even more for Africa, where we are creating new experiences. So you won't have only the beach. We are working on beach and bush. Then we are working on a fantastic luxury desert experience in the middle of nowhere in the desert with the Mora brand. And also like in some other destination where we are very strongly presented, like in Morocco, like in Egypt, and also in Tunisia, we are offering the country experience. That means when we speak about the Tunisian experience, we have 5 or 6 different hotels with 3 different brands. The guests from wherever they will come, they will enjoy coming with our aircrafts, going to 3 or 4 different destinations, 3 brands for one price. Yeah. So you have then the beach experience of Hammamet, then you have the other sporty brand in Susa. Then you go to Djerba with the island experience, and then you go to the desert, and you have a fantastic luxury experience. We trying to do exactly the same in South Africa, for instance. South Africa for us is absolutely of a must be. We are working hard to get also a cluster in there with the same setup as I mentioned to you. But also we are investing and trying to acquire a boutique sort of lodges where we will secure for the bush and beach experience. For instance, right now as a tour operator, we are selling so much luxury lodges in Tanzania, but also in South Africa, where the guests are coming to Zanzibar, for instance, and then asking for another experience, and we're selling other brands. So this is why we decided to introduce this year a new lodges on 3 different levels. That's mean with a game reserve, then you have the non-fenced lodge, and then you have a lodge outside of the Kruger Park, for example, which we own already 50%, and it's doing fantastically. And it is really, somehow I see that the trend is going a lot in that direction.
Yeah, I was going to say the luxury lodge comes up a lot at the moment.
In general, not only the lodges. Actually, we are positively experiencing and happy about seeing our guests, for example, in the Mora and also in the premium TUI Blue property, that the guests are willing to spend more money to have higher extras. To pay, for example, another type of room, which is the higher room, and then stay longer or come a couple of times more than average before. So we feel that, and then I think the luxury segment is very strong going there as well. That goes hand in hand also with the cruiser business. When you see what is going on in the cruiser business and the luxury cruiser business as well, it's exactly the same. Our cruisers are booked for the next 18 to 20 months. We are introducing. We just brought in a brand new cruiser in Hamburg about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and 4 are coming up in the next months, because our cruiser, the actual 17 cruiser, they are all full for the next over 1 week. Yeah.
How important is that sort of integrated business model to TUI's value to the owner?
It is the key of the success, not only for our brand but also for the group as such. We have a clear strategy of growth, in full support of the TUI group as such. That's mean we are leveraging the awareness. I mean, if you see the smiley today in Germany or in the world, wherever you go in 184 countries, the smiley is an address, right? And then we will put a lot of smiley in new destinations all over the places, and that smiley is always linked to our lovely brands. I mean, I can tell you one of the loveliest experience of end of last year, where we received the first cruiser in the port of Dakar. So you have to imagine our DMC, our receptive agent. He got an order of 2,100 visit to the Bandia Bar. So Bandia Park, I mean, how can you? Senegal was a little bit sleeping in terms of volume tourism. So we came with our boat. They stayed there for one day. So you can imagine Dakar was filled and flooded with tourists, which they want to roam around. But some other of them, they booked 2,100 times the Bandia Park. Some others went another way. So the city was completely challenged with this, because this is a big volume. And this is what we say, that our ecosystem is bringing not only the quality, but always like a high quality on quantity into the city, which bring business for the country and for the population.
Now, you've recently unveiled the 500th branded property of yours, brand property in Agadir. You're flagging it TUI Magic Life. Obviously, it's a big statement for you. Tell us about it, but also tell us a little bit about Magic Life as a brand.
You've been listening very carefully during the ITB. Thank you for that question. Indeed, we have
absolute pleasure. It's hot off the press.
Indeed, we have revealed it because it is a fantastic institution. Actually, we bought it. It is our brand. It is our own property. It was the Club Med in Agadir, where we will be going under full renovation to bring it to TUI Magic Life. TUI Magic Life is one of the most beloved brand into our portfolio, because it is addressed to I would say an upper mid market audience, international audience, not like the Robinson Club, where it is mostly for the German speaking market, but it gives like a lot of sportive activity, a lot for the families. But it is like a real big family where the guests, where a lot of repeat guests come again and again to the TUI Magic Life. It is international, and it is a very active brand in terms of sports and different type of experiences.
You're 500 own properties now.
Yes.
Where does this end? What's the global goal? What's the and what's the strategy?
The strategy is very clear. We want to go. Actually, we are on 433, but now the 500 has been revealed because it's on, and this is our pipeline. So our clear target is 600 hotels on the middle term. Yeah, and this is like globally. We want to get a little bit more flexible in terms of focusing our business in Europe only, or around Europe for European. This is why we have extended now our business with focus on Africa and Asia and China. I mean, in China, the boom in China, this is unbelievable. And if we see that we are taking a part of the market in China, that's fine and that's good. But the added value to it, when you see what is the outbound business going out from China and coming into our hotels worldwide, this is like a nice surprise which we have been experiencing, because not only the owners has visited like a lot of properties because they want to build the same in China and in Asia, but also like when they go on trips, for instance, in Germany, Austria, Spain, they go always to us. So this is established. Really, the awareness of our brand is getting higher and higher. And I think we are on a very good track to get 600 hotels on the middle term.
So with all these expansion plans and, it's quite interesting, this year's advisory board for the event in June, the sort of key topic, so at least one of the key topics was around ESG. And I know that obviously TUI have a very big flag to wave when it comes to sustainability. but it's not sort of just about, what's happening in the hotel. And you talked about it a little bit about engaging through and within the community here that they represent. How do you maintain growth today that looks after tomorrow? What's your plan?
So I think our best bet here are our investors behind the group. Okay, if we consider the financial results which we did last year, which was the best ever in the history of our company, which is 1.3 billion euro net profit, EBITDA profit, right? Reinvesting is very important for us because we want to grow. We want also this year we want to increase the revenue, but also the profit. So this is a clear target, and we know how to do it. Now, if it goes to the TUI Care Foundation, because we are not going into any destination where we say, no, we don't. We're gonna dictate how the business will run. No, we don't do this. We have meanwhile signed 25 contracts with different governments just to make sure that we can really empower the local community. We help the local community in that environment, whatever the challenge are, just to make sure that they can produce sustainable product and deliver sustainable product to the hotel. They would be with priority. If they don't know how to do it, we have the ability to also educate the population around the hotel, just to make sure that they will be the supplier for the hotel and they can improve their life quality in the future with us together. Now, when it comes to sustainability, this is one of the most important agenda we have. We have, for instance, just announced the first panel park in Turkey, which is feeding 90% of the capacity which we need in one cluster with 8 hotels. We are continuing to do so. We are indicating and using AI just to make sure that we control the food waste. We sensitize our guests, but also our client. Our team members, how to avoid food waste, how to avoid the use of single plastic use. Then how can we reduce the use of the energy, whatever it is, but using also new energy. We took all the bottle out and then the plastic bottle out of the operation. We introduced the first hotel in Montafon, which is now 100% sustainable. It's a clear agenda. By 2030, we want to reduce 48.2% of our footprint. And by 2050, we want to achieve the net zero level.
So we're a few months away from the event itself, the first Future Hospitality Summit Africa. Give us an idea of some success that you've got from the old AHIF in the past, and tell us what you're looking forward to this June.
Matt, I am a big fan of you guys. Meanwhile, because I we know each other so a long time, and I saw where you guys started and where you got now. Again, I can't tell you more than congratulations and really chapeau. Big respect to you guys, and also the team is growing. Your activity is growing. The quality of the conference is growing and improving a lot. For us, it is always good to exchange with other brands, with our colleagues, but also to see. Meanwhile, we see a lot of potential investors coming in. We might lose one investor to another brand, but other potential investor might jump on us because he see us the better matching brand. This is a big family, but however, I think it is very good to increase the awareness of our brand, but also to connect with potential investor and colleague and continue showing face and then updating the audience about our strategy and our growth and all that good stuff we have achieved and what we plan. So it is always good to be there.
Well, look, Wissam, it's been a pleasure as usual. Look forward to seeing you in person in just only a few months now. It feels like this year is flying by already.
Really true.
It's crazy. And then, see you in Cape Town.
We see you in Cape Town. Thank you for that. We are excited about it. We are prepared. We're going to come with a couple of people and looking forward to see you in Cape Town. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.